simultaneously broadcast to all of my social channels and see all of your comments in one place. Although I can't see all your comments because there are some that doesn't apply. Hello, 3 people watching. I can see 3 people are watching now. This is amazing. They've made some updates. If you are enjoying my broadcast, I encourage you to download the Haps app today and subscribe for more content. You'll even get 100 free coins for joining, which you can use to support my work. Hello. Well, that's cool. So they've changed stuff around a little bit here on the app. That's nice. And it's a show live. So does it know that there's a delay? 10 people watching. Hi, 10 people. If you're watching across my multiple platforms, aka Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, Twitter Live, others. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Jeff, hello, sir. What's going on? Nothing much. What's going on with you? Show live. What's show live? Show live. Okay, it's audience preview. I got you. So they're working on that because that doesn't look very good. But they're adding stuff. They're changing stuff around. Hi, everybody. It's me. Gave an award. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. That was 50 cents. Why are you wasting your money on me, Jeff, with your 50 cents? What am I going to do with all that money? That's almost a quarter tank of gas. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Hi there, my friends. It's 10 after 10. And I am currently taking a little bit of a break. I just won't eat today, Matt. No, sir. Come on. That's like half a French fry. Make me feel horrible. That's almost the ice in a cup of iced coffee. I get to buy that medium cup of ice I've been having my eye on for the past week. Sweet. They may even let me keep the straw. That's amazing. Okay, so it looks a little bit different on my screen, and I like that. I finally get to see how many people are watching me. I don't know if that's how many people total or how many people live are watching me. I hope 10 people are watching me live. That'd be fantastic. But I think it's just how many views I've gotten so far. So 11. One more person's watching me. Hello, one more person. I'm headed to Tractor Supply. Stay well. See you. All right. Tractor Supply is kind of a cool place. I dig those. What's the other one called? There was one that I went to in Tennessee with Ben. It's like a different flavor Walmart, or kind of like a hardware store, kind of like a half a Lowe's, like Lowe's, Home Depot Light, Farm Depot. What'd you call it? Rural. Was it like Rural World or something like that? No, what was it called? Rural King? I think it was called a Rural King. Those are kind of neat places. I always say like a hardware store would be a fantastic place to go if the apocalypse came. Hello, David. I see your name, as a matter of fact, David. How are you, sir? Today I see your name. So how's everybody doing this morning? I was going to say, how's everyone doing this fine morning? But that's more of a kind of playing it up. As for me, I'm stressing as usual, but no more than usual. I'm all right. All things considered, like I got a little bit of acid reflux, a little bit of heartburn feeling in my belly, but not a lot. I'm a little cold, but I put the heat on and I'm too hot. That kind of deal. I'm like, frig it. I'll just be a little cold. It's mostly my butt. Got a cold butt. However, and yeah, I'm stressing about money as usual. But it's not like okay, so I don't have a lot to stress about in my life. And when I say that I'm stressing about money, I'm not stressing about a lot of money. But when you don't make a lot of money, it's I guess it's a matter of scale. Like if you make $1 a day, you can stress about $20, that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So whereas I make probably $30 a day, I'm stressing about $100, that type of deal. So in the grand scheme of things, when compared to the rest of time and space, etc., I'm all right. I'm doing fine. So it's Wednesday or Thursday today. I think it's Thursday. It feels like a Thursday. It's a Thursday. Thursday, February 25th, 2000, and thank goodness it's not 2020 anymore. Um, I'm all right. What we need is a TARDIS to change time and space to our will. I mean, hi taters, Tatey Tate, what's going on? Hello, 13 people watching me now. I think it's 13 views. I don't think it's telling me how many people are watching me at once, but it's telling me how many people have watched since I started, which is a good start. So at least I see 13 people have watched so far. TARDIS to change time and space to our will. I don't know if I want to get all mixed up in that. I think rather than looking for a TARDIS, what I think would help out in more immediately would be universal income. Potentially, that sounds nice. That because whereas some people couldn't take advantage of that. 17 people, we jumped up 4 views. Sweet. Whereas some people, like universal income, would be like no help to them whatsoever. They have debt, they have this, that, and the other thing. They have all this stuff. And I'll grant you, I don't know a heck of a lot about universal income, but I do like the idea that potentially I could get paid to be a human being, like a base pay to be a human being, sort of thing. At some point, and because it falls under economics and politics, universal income, universal healthcare, universal mat. I could be sponsored by the U.S. government. Is basically what I'm saying. I could come on here every day and talk to people and try to make people feel better. for $100 a week, $150 a week, maybe. Like, I'm a cheap date, so and I wonder if because all right, so I don't know much about it because generally I've tried to stay away from that stuff. But the fact that because there's two type of conversations about universal income. The first is people like me who don't know shit about it saying, wouldn't that be nice? You know, the concept of universal income. And then there are people who know about economics, know about politics. That's their wheelhouse. They speak those things, they speak those terms, and they deal with those concepts like, engineers versus designers kind of thing. There's people that can talk about these things, these philosophies and stuff, and there are people that can put them into action, make them a reality. Props to engineers, by the way, because that's like, engineers get shit done. But you know what I'm saying. And I don't want to be mistaken, and I don't think that's an easy thing to do, to mistake me for somebody who knows what the hell any of that shit is. Mad props, yo. Exactly. But I think based on the very limited information that I have currently, the vague concept of universal income sounds intriguing. There, like I said, there are a lot of people that have their shit. They got their vehicles, they got their property, they got their belongings. They have they have a lot of stuff in the mix. Kids and debt, credit cards, loans. They go to school or they travel or this, that, and the other, like for work and stuff like that. So they have a lot going on in their lives that something like universal income could be complex. And then there's up until recently, there's the 1040EZ types like myself. And the one thing that I do know for a fact is that I do not want to be the I forgot what the I was going to cross over from 1040EZ to the independent contractor one, which I can't remember the name of the form that they fill out. But to do the DoorDash thing and be an independent contractor as opposed to an employee, I don't want to do DoorDash forever. Like half the year to do DoorDash, and then at some point, I want to find me a jobby job, which I'll probably end up doing. I'll probably head back down to Tennessee and check with my old employer, check with Domino's, maybe get back into that, possibly. But I need to get me a jobby job. 1055? No. What was it called? I want to say 1055, but that doesn't sound exactly right. I don't know. Anything dealing with numbers, which is hilarious considering that my name is 3231. Other than very excited for that prospect, yeah. Get back down to Tennessee. Get back on Domino's. But yeah, considering that my screen name, that my identity on the internet, my brand is 3231. the fact that I'm horrible with numbers. Well, considering that 2 of the numbers are words. Tate spent $1 on me. Tate, don't do that. No, thank you very much, Tate. I appreciate that. Hashtag Jobby Job. Remember that? I forget what the video was, but it was Snoop Doggy Dogg. Need to get yourself a Jobby Job. So I derailed myself, as I am wont to do. Those were all my claimed coins. They free for me, so you get them. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, all right. Just yesterday, I was saying, just say thank you. When someone gives you something, just say thank you. And then here I go myself, like, oh, Tate. We finally got above freezing temperatures here in Indiana. Nice. Very cool. How's the delay, by the way? Is it at all better? It seems to me like maybe 15 seconds. Walk the walk, babe. Exactly. I need to. Misty, hello. Good morning, sweetie. It's Selena Rose. Hello, Selena Rose. Misty Moonlight. Oh. Hello, my dear. It's been a minute. How are you? How goes? Shorter, 10, 15 seconds. Excellent. Delay sucks. Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I said it before. Now, there may be some bad things. There may be some room for improvement with this app. I'll grant you. There's a couple things that may be irritating about it. But it's in beta. And for being in beta, like, they're really getting their shit together. I like from when I first started on this app, like, they've made some definite improvements with it. The text is bigger, the chat window is bigger for me to read your comments. They rearranged the statistics and stuff so that I can see how many people have watched, how much money I've made, what the signal looks like. I can add people. They're really trying. Oops. Hold on just a second. Turn that off. All right. Are we still good? Is the signal all right now? I just went away from the app for a second. Hopefully it didn't interrupt anything. Still says we're live. That's the other thing. Like, something like that, or if I get a text message or something and I get the sound on and stuff, like, it had no blip at all. Cool. That's something that Periscope didn't do. Periscope would just fuck right off if I get a text message. So, nice. That's cool. In fact, I've noticed that before. What was the other thing that I did? think I looked at. I think I was. No, it wasn't DoorDash. There was some other thing that I looked at. I'm like, hold on a second. Let me check. Let me check. Oh yeah, it was. I think it was. I checked DoorDash to see when I was scheduled next or something like that. Hello, Benjamin. Benjamin, where are you viewing us on? Facebook right now? So good on Haps for improving shit. Facebook, gotcha. Looks good, by the way. Thanks. Yeah, I'm really getting I'm feeling better about Haps as we go on. Hey Matthew, how art thou? We got this time it's Facebook user. Hello, how are you? Hey Matthew, how art thou is a Facebook user. So who's that? It's not showing me your profile pictures, your thumbnails or whatever. But at least for the most part, I'm getting names. Except for how art thou person. But I'm all right. All things considered, I'm not doing too bad in the grand scheme of things. There's Adam. Hello, Adam. Hello, sir. I don't know if it may take a little while. Like, Adam, were you the one that sent that? How art thou? Sarah. Oh, hi there. Hello there, Sarah. Thank you for watching. No, that's okay. She responded. That's all right. We got it. We're all set. We're all caught up. Everybody watching me on different platforms, hello, and thank you for joining me. And if you want, if you feel like it, take a look at Haps, HAPPS. Take a look at that app because they're in beta right now and they looking pretty good. The cross platform stuff is fantastic. But yeah, I'm a little cold. Hello, Michael. How are you, sir? My butt's a little cold, and I got about a half hour before my shift starts again. I've been setting myself up to work 7 a.m. to 10, and then 11 to 3 through DoorDash. So hopefully within those times, I can make a few bucks. But that's it. That's what I do. I'm on my phone talking to you guys, or I'm on my phone watching videos or movies or playing video games. Or I'm taking a nap, or working DoorDash. Fun and exciting life I have. So does anybody here know about universal income? Like, I need to look that up. I need to look into that a little bit. I'm not asking about opinions. I mean, not that your opinions aren't valuable, but I'm more focused on facts of what's the is it socialism? I don't know. I mean, Abigail says hi. Hi, Abby. I know some about UBI. Now, when you get into that, like the categorizing things as, you know, communism, socialism, capitalism, when you start like that, to me seems like it's leaning into the territory of kind of like the same ideas as the same basic concept as like denominations, spiritual denominations. Like it's semantics. It's a whole bunch of isms. Yeah. But like people would talk about socialism like it's the devil. Like you're basically killing babies if you're a socialist, or if you're a communist, or if like it's all, you know, they do Sweden something. I actually like all the socialist ideas. Capitalism kind of sucks. I suppose it would be a philosophy, if anything, like a certain uh, a rule. What would you call it? Like a format. What's the word I'm looking for? A set of ideals to work with, like a toolbox, skill set. I'm hitting around it, but I'm not hitting it. Um, but it's like, if I want, what's my goal, and then what are the guidelines that I need to follow? What's the template? Probably the best way to put it. But nothing's so cut and dry, you know. Like if I consider universal basic income, I am a socialist. It's like, no, it's not how it works. If you eat fish on Friday, that doesn't make you, doesn't make you a satanic. I don't celebrate Ash Wednesday, therefore I am Jewish, or just some weird some. Come on now, it's not so cut and dry like that. It's like the idea of, again, I have no. Let's assume that I have no idea. I got caught in a few. Talk to you soon, buddy. All right, man. Let's assume that I know absolutely zero about basic income. Like the only thing I know about universal income is that defensive much. Like I said, I'm pretty socialist. I'm pretty social. No, no, no. I'm not being defensive. I'm just like I'm. It's like a preemptive thing of, there are some people out there that would be, well, that's them really. I'm making a comment more of how some people are, you know, where they hear of something and they like, I just don't like that. They hear one thing that somebody says, if I don't like guns, that doesn't mean I'm on some crusade to get rid of everybody's guns and everyone, because other people are defensive about those things. Other people are touchy about those things. Where it's like, I was just sort of preemptively saying, just because I want to discuss something, or I want to consider something, or I have an opinion, you know, whether I am liberal or conservative, a Republican or a Democrat, or this or that, I'll just sort of nipping that in the bud right away. But I would be interested in, like, is that possible? Is that possible for, if you are an American citizen? that you could just receive a certain amount of money, because from my point of view, from where my stand in my lifestyle, I don't want a lot. So is UBI a socialist ideal? I never really gave it much thought, because I never thought that I never considered to be like an applicable thing. It's like saying teleportation, or you know uh, food replicators, transport, you know telekinesis. Why are you thinking about it? Oh, I just an idea where, like, that's something that's come into my radar the past year. Um, and it's like, it was just, that's, I'm curious. I'm like, is that possible? Because for a person like me who's trying to live with as little as possible, like I said, I got my van and my phone, and I'm all right with that. Little things here and there, like not nothing more than what I could fit in my van and live like that simply. You know, and for a person that wants to live simply, like, my expenses would be very few, and it just makes it interesting that if that's actually something that's possible, where just for a person could receive basic income, um like, I don't know anything more about it, and just kind of like the idea of that seems interesting. Like, I could just get paid. Do I have to have a job? Um, if I have a job, like a part-time thing, will that cancel the basic income? Like, I'm curious about learning more about it. Move to Denmark or wherever. Because I'm a Trekkie, and one of the things about Star Trek, you do have to have a job. One of the things about Star Trek is there. I like the idea of they've moved beyond monetary. They've moved beyond monetary pursuits. Like, it's not so much about making money as it is about improving oneself, and pursuing, just trying to make yourself a better person. And to me, it sounds like something. I watched the first episode of Discovery last night. Oh, did you? So season 1, it's a different show. Season 2, it starts. Klingons were weirding me out. the they were trying something in season 1. They were trying something in season 2. Season 3, I think they're getting it right. I have to get into it yet. Like, you may like season 2 better than season 1, and you may like season 3 better than season 2 or season 1. So yeah. But yeah, I like the idea of, as we mature, as we advance and evolve as humans, our priorities change from, I need to acquire things and I need to have things of value in order for my life to have value, to it moves to so the basics of what we need, the fundamentals of what we need, are provided for us to give us a better opportunity to focus on other things in our lives, like finding what everybody wants, to find a career, to find a path that's your path, to find out what you're good at, what you enjoy, and to be happy and fulfilled. Um, Rather than, dedicating your life to a chore in order to exist. No more getting up 5 days a week, 6 days a week, working 40 plus hours. A 40-hour job that sounds amazing. I mean, the way people work nowadays, it's like 60-hour jobs and shit like that, mandatory overtime and all that stuff. If it weren't for a pandemic, everybody would be in cubicles. And now the idea of what it is to work. Can you see comments? Love from any? Can you see comments? Love from any other platform yet? I can. Facebook. Fuck all the cubicles and shit. The dedicating your life to shoveling money into a hole that never seems to fill, because every time you being self-employed is where it's at for me anyways. Yeah. And it not to say that it's more, and not comparing the 40-hour work weeks. Yeah. It's a whole different lifestyle. Not that I need to tell you that, but it's a whole different lifestyle. That it's more fulfilling. You know what I mean? I kind of petered out there trying to think of. I'm self-employed as well. Yeah. It's a different challenge. Not necessarily less difficult or more difficult, because they're so different. But the fact that it's more fulfilling and it's something you can enjoy, it's a pursuit that you have, that you enjoy. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I'm so happy I never settled for working for someone else. I've found, since going on this little adventure a couple years ago, my bosses never seem to like me. Yeah, I've found that I enjoy this life more than the previous life, more than the full-time job gig. I think it's more difficult. I have done both, but overall less stress. Tough love. I've done both, but overall less stress. Yeah, because it's a different payoff. It's the 40-hour work week, the full time with Benny's. That whole deal seems so outdated now. And now with the pandemic, it's like, I hope that good can come out of this. Like the working from home, being with your family more than like the whole, like it's, I hope it's forced, definitely more difficult. You have to push through. Yeah. I hope that with the way, I hope that the COVID has changed the landscape permanently. Does that make sense? That it's forced people to see, businesses to see, that there's a different way to do things. And I hope that sticks. The idea of benefits is the only thing I miss. Yeah. which is why I started talking about, like, universal healthcare and universal basic income and stuff like that. Like, uh, benefits provided to citizens. Like, that's an interesting idea. Like, can things change? Can the everything we've known change? I pay $275 a month for my health insurance out of pocket. And that's where I would call myself a liberal as opposed to a conservative. I would call myself a Democrat more than a Republican, because of the concept of change and tradition, change versus tradition. Taking a look at what's going on, the status quo, being unsatisfied with it, wanting to change the script, change everything down to its foundation. But let's try a new way of life. But then, I mean, that's what I'm doing anyways. But I realize that antidepressants are $171 without insurance, so now I feel it's worth it. Yeah, I realize I am not going to be on this earth for very long. Like, I'm turning 50, and chances are good I'm not going to be living for another 50 years. If I were to take a guess, I'd say a like 30 years would be nice, maybe 20 years. So, but regardless of how long I'm going to be on, and who knows, things happen that may be taken away from me, considering my experiences in the past, losing Pam and everything like that, when she was like amazing. Outliving Pam has made me see that you don't know what's gonna friggin' happen with your life. You don't know how long you got. So, like, this is the point now where I'm like, there's got to be another way to live. It's scary, but I'm giving it a shot. Um, and I've come to realize that there's no set rules. There's no winning formula. And I mean, you don't have to live one particular way. And things are starting to open up to a lot of people as well, like genders and um, you know, things are shifting nowadays because it has to, rather than out of the kindness of some people's hearts, the kindness of the ruling power kind of thing. Realizing what's going on with our planet, realizing what's going on with society, races and genders, and uh, brain chemistry, and being more. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to use the word woke because that's kind of cliche, but I mean, that's the word people start to use, to be more aware the problems in the current system. See, I'm not a good politician. I'm not a good I'm the most amateur philosopher kind of guy, but well, not just tolerant, but like people are starting to take action in a positive way. They're still like the awareness of it is broader than it used to be. I was thinking about that this morning. I'm like uh, how much the human brain has to change because we have to be aware of more now than we're used to. Like future generations that are around now and will continue to come around. As it's a continuation of civil rights. Yeah, yeah. The I myself being Gen X, and I kind of feel like I'm older than that. The way that I was brought up, a little more traditional, like the nuclear family kind of thing. There's a lot that I've had to shed in the past 20, 15 years, 10 years, more than that, 20 years, we'll say. Um, Definitely not the world it was 20 years ago. But there's a lot of reprogramming that needs to be done for those generations. And that's luckily the programming is getting put into generations currently, the current models. Eh, don't want to get too heavy. It's interesting. I think that's the reason why I have problems myself right now is because just how new and strange and uh, uncertain things are. This is the reason why my brain's kind of messed up now. Whereas it used to be that I had this problem because I'm being told the way that the world is, and I see that's not how the way the world is. So there's conflicting stories, there's contradictions, and it disturbed the shit out of me. And so I felt like I was crazy. And we still have that problem, but it's like it seems like people are starting to figure it out now. Ways to go for humanity for sure, but now I'm a grown adult and I've gone past. I see the way the world is, and it's not the way that people say it is or should be. The things that they put in textbooks. My parents aren't the same as I thought they were, and the educational system is not the way that I thought it was. I thought everything was fine, and people tell me it's fine, so I took their word for it. But then as time goes on, you start to see, that's not true. It's not fine. There's something really wrong. There's something really wrong with everything. Everything continues to be fucked up, but it's different now. And now we're dealing with the not only we're in that stage where we're transitioning into something different. So it's like twice as fucked up, because we're still dealing with things that shouldn't be the way that they are. We're dealing with the things being fucked up because we're trying to change them. It's like trying to rebuild a house foundation first, not removing the house, not clearing the property and starting all over again, but trying to keep the house standing and change the foundation, change it from the ground up. It's a mess. That makes sense? Am I making sense at all? That's the best analogy that I could come up with at the moment. Oh, sure. Agreed. I am making sweats. But to borrow another analogy, it's like trying to get the eggs out of the batter after you already mixed it. It's like, you're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. I've been meditating every morning this week, and it's helping a lot. Nice. I need to meditate. It's been a while since I've done that. Like, my life has just been wake up and deal with, and wake up and try to not freak out. I haven't been thinking like that in a long time about, caring about myself or whatever, any of that stuff. It's just been mood. My forehead's dry. Find a good channel on YouTube. I'll send you the link. Please do. All right. Well, it is 11 o'clock. Inner peace is where it's at. That's got to be the focus. That should be the priority. That should be what I'm focusing on. Get so caught up in the minutia. But yeah. All right. That's all you really can control. Yeah. All right. I gotta go. Back to work I go. Love you very much. Have a great day. Anybody watching me for the first time, please follow me at 3231. It's 3TWO3ONE all over the internet. Glad to chat today. I am too. I love you very much. But I look forward to talking to you again. Love you. Bye.